Behaalotecha, when you ascend. This week's Parsha, the time I almost gave up, volume 3. Wow. This week's Parsha is really all about, one, Aaron is instructed to raise the light on the lamps. The Levim are put into their role, their responsibility. The people complain about Passover, Hag HaMatzot. Hey, what if we missed? Come on, man. They get a second chance. The people complain about mine. They want meat. God gives them more meat than they can handle. This week's Parsha energy is like all your complaints. Be careful how you articulate them. But God hear you. He gonna shake and roll with you. He gonna shake and roll with you. But the main takeaway is talk your talk, man. Don't forget who you are and whose you are. Don't forget how you got on this journey. Don't forget where you're headed. Don't forget the promises that must manifest in your life. Talk your talk, man. Don't never forget who you are. Don't never forget that God hears you, sees you, and has been watching over you and brought you here for a specific period in time. Talk your talk, man. Man, this week I had folks talking crazy to me, man. Talking crazy to me, man. It was breaking my heart. Anniversary of loved ones lost. Breaking my heart. You know what I'm saying? Breaking my heart. Trying to tell me who I was and who I wasn't, man. You know what the main takeaway is? Talk your talk, man. Man, listen. Don't never confuse what it is for what it ain't. Never confuse what it is for what it'll always be. Talk your talk. God brought you here for a reason. And then folks that ain't in your shoes can't speak to how it feels. Can't speak to the journey. Can't speak to the traction or the tread. Can't talk to the being on your toes or being on your heels. They can try to give advice. If it's divinely intended, you'll hear it. It'll resonate. Talk your talk, man. Don't never let them break your spirit. Don't never let them convince you you're not exactly what God wanted you to be in this moment. In this moment. As we ascend, Behaalotecha, when you ascend. You know what I'm saying? When you go up. This is all part of it. This is all part of it. This is all part of that journey. These lows, these lulls, these frustrations, these complaints, these growing pains, that's all part of it. Behaalotecha. When you ascend, we lit. The menorah is lit this week, man. Raise the lights. The Levim get their inauguration, man. Hey, it's time to go to work. When you ascend, Behaalotecha, it'll only come because you didn't give up. It'll only happen because you persevered. It'll only happen because you know whose you were. Behaalotecha. Time I almost gave up, man. Sheesh. I'm trying to tell you now. This life thing, highs and lows. The lows build appreciation. The highs raise spirits and give encouragement. It's all part of the journey. Don't never be afraid to see God moving in your life now. Speak to him. Tell him what you need. He's going to answer that. And to me, that's the takeaway of the complaints of the mind and wanting meat. You want a little menu switch up? That's fair. How you communicate is important. When you know the Master Universe is on your side, when you know the Master Universe is at your beckoning call, how you going to handle that? Be responsible. Man, I'm talking about the boy was down bad. And all these little things that we think will make it better, they don't. Because at the end of the day, what God put in you is a certain level of responsibility. Can't walk away from that. Can't run from that. Got to wrestle with that. Wrestle with that. Got to wrestle with that. Can't let that go until that thing is conquered. Time I almost gave up. Sheesh. I learned a lot from trial and error. Heartfelt prayers help me see things clear. Find peace when I'm looking in the mirror. And God's the only one that I fear. You couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. If you judging the service, then you might get it confused. Can't nobody else do it like I do. One of a one, and I got nothing to prove. Yay, yay.